welcome to battle number 4 of week 1. This battle is pitting Edgar, who is Craig. Edgar, if you're watching this, please tell me how to pronounce. On Pokemon Showdown, Edgar representing the Canopy Defenders, and we have Sir Roland, who is representing the Bayside Divers. Just a reminder, the Mega Pokemon we might see on Edgar's team is Mega Charizard X, with the two Z Crystal Pokemon being Necrozma using any Z move, and Crocodile using just attack Z move, so we might see the Mega, we might see Necrozma use a Z move. And then on the other side we have Gardevoir with attack Z moves, Staraptor with any Z move, and then Mega Tyranitar. We have a potential to see all of them. So to start with some initial thoughts, first of all, we have the Bayside Divers going with that aviation theme with the 3 birds on the team. So one of the things that Edgar might want to utilize is the Registeel Steel typing to resist some flying type moves. However, Staraptor and Natu not really big attackers. Registeel will still be a great asset though, resisting pretty much everything except some Earthquake and close combat that could come out of the other side. And on Edgar's side, we have the potential for 2 dragons, and then we have some bulky Pokemon, Necrozma, Registeel, Mantine, Umbreon. So picking up some of the offensive momentum, he's going to want to use probably Garchomp, and Necrozma has some offensive capabilities too. This has the potential to be a pretty bulky Pokemon battle, both sides carrying some bulky Pokemon, so we'll see where it goes, and let's get on with it. Today we're listening to the Rocket Hideout music from Gen 1. Week 1 is our Gen 1 music week, so hope you enjoyed this music. This is one of my more preferred themes from Gen 1. Alright, then it looks like they're both aware, so picking which Pokemon to go first. We have Generog, the Garchomp, and Yeet, the Tyranitar. Sand is up. Not a good matchup for Tyranitar, being threatened by that Earthquake. And Tyranitar Mega Evolves, going down to 25%, and uses Flamethrower on Garchomp, not dealing a lot of damage. Perhaps a switch, perhaps he predicted a switch, but that did hurt Tyranitar quite a bit. Alright, and Tyranitar leaves, and Skarmory comes out, immune to the Earthquake. Sandstorm not hurting any Pokemon on the field so far. No chip damage being done. If Garchomp is locked into a choice move, then he's probably going to have to switch out for something else due to Skarmory being flying type. And indeed, the switch happened. Charizard comes out. Skarmory sets up a Stealth Rock. It's a good thing for Charizard that it came out before the Stealth Rock was set up instead of after. And Mega Charizard X is on the field now. Dragon Dance and a Rock Slide hits Charizard. Good play by Edgar there. I think he anticipated that Sir Roland was going to switch, threatening with a special Flamethrower. And instead of switching, Sir Roland actually used Rock Slide to be able to hit. So good moves from both of them. Although Rock Slide is not enough to take down more than 50 HP, this seems to be a bulky set for Mega Charizard X, Roost and Dragon Dance. So the other two moves we might see are maybe the stab, physical Dragon Stab, physical Fire move, Flare Blitz. Yep, there goes the Flare Blitz, dealing massive damage, but also dealing some big recoil damage. And Skarmory goes down, the first Pokemon to go down in this battle. And Staraptor comes out. No Intimidate there, so Staraptor likely has Reckless. But will Staraptor be able to get a hit in before Charizard attacks? Oh, and Charizard switches out to Registeel. Staraptor going for the Brave Bird, dealing 14 damage, 14% of health. My bad. If Staraptor has close combat, it could deal some nice damage to the Registeel. And instead we get a switch to Fluffy the Absol. Stealth Rock goes up. Stealth Rock now on both sides of the field. And a Flamethrower hits, critical hit. Really unexpected to see a Flamethrower coming from Absol. Usually you associate attack with Absol. Interesting strategy for facing that Registeel. And Registeel goes for the Protect, regaining some HP with leftovers and letting Toxic do its thing. Anticipating maybe the last move might be Seismic Toss on there. And Nino the Umbreon comes out. Flamethrower dealing 12% and burning. Synchronize won't activate because of Toxic already being inflicted on Absol. Two Dark-type doggos looking at each other here. So X-Scissor deals some nice damage, and Curse will boost Umbreon's attack and defense. X-Scissor dealing some more damage. Moonlight recovering HP, so Edgar going for some really bulky mons that recover. Meanwhile, Toxic doing some nice damage on Absol. Will Absol be able to break through? And a resisted Shadow Ball hits. And Heal Bell cures status. And Absol goes down. Gardevoir comes out. Marianne von Edmund. I'm assuming it's a Fire Emblem name. It sounds very Fire Emblem-y. Lots of shiny Pokemon in the battle today, both sides. And a Moonblast hits, dealing some big damage. Payback hits, also dealing some big damage. Will Edgar switch or go for another payback? The damage rolls would be close on both sides. And the switch, Mantine comes out, taking a Moonblast. Not a lot of damage done by that, only about 24%. And Mantine uses Roost. Gardevoir goes for the Hypnosis, but the Hypnosis misses. And Defog will remove Stealth Rock from both sides of the field. Shattered Psyche hits, dealing 50 HP. It's a tough spot for Gardevoir to be in, not being able to break through. If it had perhaps Thunderbolt, I'm not sure if Gardevoir can learn Thunderbolt. I'm pretty sure it can. If it had Thunderbolt, it would be able to hit through Mantine a little bit easier, but because of the lack of Thunderbolt, Mantine is walling. Right, and Future Sight is up. Natu comes out. Good morning, the Natu. Mantine at full health, being able to recover with Roost pretty easily. Scald hit. Reflect goes up. Reflect won't do much right now versus Mantine. However, it will help versus physical attackers that come out, such as Umbreon, who will be able to use Payback. Alright, and the Signal Beam hits Umbreon, confusing. However, it will use Moonlight through its confusion. Signal Beam at this point only doing about chip damage. And, you know, hurts itself in its confusion. Reflect goes away as well. And Umbreon continues to curse up. Gardevoir comes out. Umbreon is all set up to attempt a sweep. And Payback hits, taking down Gardevoir. Ace the Staraptor comes out. A Brave Bird will deal 17%. And Moonlight just brings Umbreon back up to about 3/4 health. Edgar playing it pretty safe, setting up and healing as often as he can. Staraptor goes for the Thief. I'm wondering if it's holding an item. Well, yeah, it must have been holding an item, otherwise it would have stolen the leftovers. And Umbreon proceeds to curse up. The remaining Pokemon will have a very hard time getting through Umbreon, as it is strong both physically and specially in its defenses. And I believe none of the Pokemon left are strong special attackers. Right, and Earthquake doesn't do a lot of damage, but Payback will take down Tyranitar. Good morning, the Natu comes out. Taken down also by Payback. And Staraptor, final Pokemon to come out on Sir Roland's team. Brave Bird hits, and Payback hits, not quite taking out Staraptor. Staraptor goes for the Endeavor. Payback takes it down. And that is game with a score of 6-0 for Edgar's team, which once again is the Canopy Defenders. Sir Roland being the Bayside Divers, and Edgar showing a really strong, bulky setup playstyle. Really really intense to be able to set up to 4 times attack and 4 times defense with Curse on Umbreon. At that point, Umbreon really hard to take down. There are some key moves that perhaps Sir Roland could have put in handling specific counters on the opposing team, such as Thunderbolt for the Mantine, and maybe if Toxic was used from Natu, that might have been able to whittle down some of the Pokemon a little bit more, although Umbreon did have Heal Bell. So, nice match, and Edgar advancing with a win, and I believe right now, because of the 6-0, he is first place in the rankings with a differential. So, good job to both teams, and tune in next time for Week 1, Battle 5.